everybody. Welcome back to the Stock Car Spectacle. I'm Ian Jortson.
I'm Mike Gamble.
And I'm Nick Kinzel.
And guys, we have a busy week of racing. It is finally the Daytona 500 week. The NFL is over, Super Bowl is over with, and now it's NASCAR season. We got qualifying tonight, Wednesday, and then we got the duels on Thursday, all leading up to a wild weekend of racing with Truck Series, Xfinity Series, and the Cup Series. Boys, Daytona, I love it every single year. It always gives me goosebumps thinking about it.
Yeah, this year hit me later than most years. Usually, kind of late January, early February, I started getting the goosebumps. For whatever reason, didn't really happen that way this year. I had to see cars on track at the Coliseum, and now it's just been full go, just absolute goosebumps, ready to rock and roll, ready to get the season going.
Oh yeah, the duel. I mean the clash. That was just a little teaser. But once that first practice, once I saw the first car on the track for practice for the duels for the Daytona 500, then it was like, all right, it's game time. It's here, and yeah, I got goosebumps watching that first practice for sure.
And then to add on that, I saw Ryan Blaney lead practice last night, and I was like, I am ready to be heard again.
Well, your boy's got a win under his belt in the summer race, so there's that.
Yes, there is. Now let's do it on the big boy stage.
There you go. All right, guys. So you know how we start off our show every week. We start off with our Diecast of the week. Nick, what you got for us, bud?
Again,
and why is it Trevor Bain's Daytona 500 car? No, I'm kidding.
I wish I had that car with me here, but that was one of the cars that did not make the trip out to Morgantown.
That's surprising. That's really surprising.
That's my crown. That's my crown jewel diecast right there, but I don't have it out here with me. I don't know why I didn't bring it. I think I didn't bring it because I didn't know where I wanted to display, because it's on that little platform thing with the checker flag, and it's just kind of on a weird curve for displaying out here. I don't know. I should have brought it. I didn't, but I have a diecast of who I think is going to win the Daytona 500 this week. He's going to get his fourth Daytona 500 win. Sir Dennis Hamilton right here. He's the best. He's the best at Daytona right now on these super speedways. He's got 3 500s under his wing already. Why not get number 4? I got car number 11.
I'm never going to be used to you rocking Denny shit. It's never going to happen. It hurts. It hurts to look at.
That's like really surprising, man, because your boy Hemdog is running in it as well, man.
I would love for Daniel Hemrick to win the Daytona 500. I would obviously shit my brains out if Daniel Hemrick won the Daytona 500, but I got to go with experience here. These new cars and everything. I just think it suits a guy like Denny Hamlin well.
All righty. Well, I am going for another Daytona 500 win car as well. We're going back to Kurt Busch's 2017 Daytona 500 win. Was also on my 20th birthday as well. One of the best birthdays I ever had, seeing Kurt finally win the Daytona 500, get his first super speedway win as well. So yeah, freaking cool diecast. They even got the grass on the hood. They got all the damage. One of my favorite race version diecasts that I got.
I actually watched that Daytona 500 yesterday. I had nothing to do, so I actually watched the 2017 500. That was just crazy. How those last 10 laps went. You had an assortment of guys, and then within the last 2 laps, everybody's running out of gas. Kurt was running 6, and then all of a sudden, Kurt Busch is the leader. And that was so cool to see, and especially Tony Gibson, his reaction after winning it and everything. that was a cool moment.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The only thing that stinks about that one, Ian, it was just your 20th birthday, so it's not like you could have had any beers to celebrate.
Oh no,
yeah. Wait.
Yeah, definitely not.
All right, Mikey, what you got for your diecast of the week, buddy?
All right, Nick, I'll pick up the slack for you since you want to not bring shit out to Morgantown. I'll play the greatest Daytona 500 diecast of all time, Mr. Trevor Bain. Hey. Look at that, 2011, young beauty right here, all the damage, signed by Trevor and the Wood brothers, if you can see it. Leonard and Glenn right there. This absolute sexy ass diecast. I'll be honest, I don't even remember how the hell I found this the way I did for like $85 on eBay. Because when I was looking to get this diecast, it was super expensive before that.
Yeah, yours is cooler than mine just because you got all the Wood brothers to sign it. When I got mine, it was the race win, but it was just the race win. It wasn't signed by Trevor, the Wood brothers, or anything. So to get that for only $85, that's a steal right there. I just can't believe that was 11 years ago. Oh my goodness.
That's crazy to think back, man.
11 years ago. Go back and look through that field of the Daytona 500 11 years ago. See how many still remain.
Yeah, right.
See how many are still driving. Ain't money.
Only a few of them. All right, guys. And before we start the show, make sure to check out our new merchandise store on Spreadshirt.com with all of our new merch with our new logos, all designed by our good buddy Dalton Good. And then let's get into some top news. And it is finally official. We've been hearing it in the rumors, but Greg Biffle will be making an attempt at the Daytona 500 with NY Racing in the 44 Chevrolet, with Grambling University as the sponsor. Guys, cool to see the Biff back and cool to see NY Racing actually, coming true. They've been making like little rumors that they were going to be coming back, but now it's actually happening. Same thing with the money team.
Yeah, it's cool that they're actually here. And then, I don't know, maybe like an hour ago, there have been reports that Greg is going to potentially run more races for New York Racing this season. That's in the works. But yeah, cool to see Greg Biffle, one of the old guys, come back, run the 500. He's really good here. He had that third place finish back in 2012. He's a good, and that's a good guy to put in a car like New York Racing. They're just trying to start their program off and everything. And you look at the guys he's got to try and go beat to get in the 500. I think he's got a good shot to do it just based off of his experience alone.
Yeah, I mean, I would tend to agree. That's the beauty of having, a brand new race car for the whole field is it puts guys even more like a Greg Biffle and we won't say one-off because we don't really know, but we'll just say a part-time car. It puts them right in the chance for contention. Anything can happen in these races. New car, super speedway. We know how all that goes. So it's cool to see Greg Biffle back. It's really cool to see Greg Biffle back in this kind of scenario where he could absolutely be a factor.
Yeah, absolutely. So cool to see a new team and a face that we remember come back. So let's go. Ty Gibbs, he is officially going to be running the 54. We knew that this was going to be happening, and his official monster will be joining him. I know, Mike.
This is my shock face.
Yeah. I can't believe it. Like, who is this guy? Is he any good? Never heard of him before. I will say this, though. It's going to be cool to see him run a full schedule because that guy did not make many friends last year in his part-time gig. He won a lot of races, but he did not care about anybody else on the racetrack. So now him running this full schedule, nobody's going to have respect for him because of the way he drove some of these guys last year. So I'm looking forward to see Ty Gibbs trying to gain respect to some of the Xfinity Series veterans.
I really do think this is going to be the most intense Xfinity Series season of all time.
But no, it's going to be interesting to see exactly how the season goes. Like you guys were saying, Ty Gibbs came in real fast and furious, the Xfinity Series. He was one of the fastest cars, won a race right out of the gates. Then he kind of got his elbows out, got a little dirty, a little greasy, if you will. We're going to have to wait and see how that goes this year. I think he's going to have some respect he's going to have to earn on the racetrack. And that respect is earned, not given. So guys are going to knock him around a little bit, especially after the way he raced the last little while here. So, going to be really interesting to see how a full season of that kind of plays out for Ty.
A full season of him and Sam Mayer just beating the shit out of each other.
No, those guys are best friends. But guys, just the amount of competition this year in the Xfinity Series is absolutely insane. I mean, Sheldon Creed and Austin Hill are going to be coming into play in the RCR camp. Josh Berry's going to be running full time. Landon Castle's joining Colleague. We don't know what that's going to mean for the 10 car. We got a bunch of new guys going to be driving the 18 car. Trevor Bayne, Drew Dollar. Trevor Bayne is going to be phenomenal. I can't wait to see what he does in the 18 car. Finally in a good car. So yeah, there is a lot of good competition, including like Ty Gibbs, Noah Gregson, Justin Allgaier, your normal suspects in the Xfinity series.
Yeah, you're forgetting somebody. You're defending series champion. You're forgetting somebody, bud.
Hey, I was getting it. I was going to be talking about the college boys because I mentioned that you got the Dinger, you got you got your boy. I mean, come on, it's going to be a year full of craziness. And guys, don't forget Riley Herbst. I mean, this guy's going to win a championship. Just got signed by KHI. Good things are coming for him.
Dude, he's coming to take the 4, I'm telling you. But yeah, the competition level in the Xfinity series, it just keeps going up, and up. Yeah, we lost Austin Cindric to the 2 car, but there's been reports that Roger Penske says they're still going to run that 22 car for the Xfinity series this year. So we'll have to see what develops out of that. But just
it's probably just going to be the Cup Series guys, like how they use it.
It's going to be
Logano, Cindric, and Blaney.
It'll be your superstar cars, but man, it's going to be another fun year.
Maybe Burton too. I can see it being Harrison Burton for a race here and there too, because he's going to want some tweener seat time, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. That's true, but I'm most excited to see a guy like Josh Berry. We saw him last year kind of just take off in the Xfinity Series. Hell, he won a race in Michael Annette's number 1 car. That dude is.
That showed just how much of a hack Michael Annette is.
He won a race in that shit box of a race car at Kansas. So
we'll see it be doing the same fucking thing this year with Sam Mayer. He's gonna drive like shit, man.
Well, Sam Mayer's ass, but no, I'm looking forward to a big season out of Josh Berry and out of all those other guys. Like, imagine trying to pick an Xfinity Series championship for right now. Hey, I don't think you can do it. There's too much talent in this series. We'll have to just see how it plays out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing that makes this season more fun than some of the other ones. The last couple of years, you had a lot of competition, but it was really top heavy. You had 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 drivers. Now there's 8 to 10 guys that can make the championship 4 realistically. So I think it is as wide open as the Xfinity Series has been in a long time. Man, this could be a barn burner of a season. Holy shit!
It's going to be a dogfight because, look at Richard Childress Racing. They had Myatt Snyder drive for them last year. He was kind of a klutz behind the wheel. Yeah, he won the 1 race, but now they're getting their firepower back because I expect big things out of guys like Sheldon Creed and Austin Hill. Sheldon Creed, most importantly, I think he's going to take off this year too. It's just, it's going to be so fun.
Absolutely. And guys, moving over at the Joe Gibbs Racing Camp in Xfinity, Drew Dollar is going to be running 4 super speedway races for the 18 car for Joe Gibbs Racing. Guys, I think this is a terrible move for the Fab Shop over at Joe Gibbs. I mean, this guy had 8 starts last year for KBM in the 51 car, 8 wrecks. Not the kind of tracks you want to bring this guy to, super speedways as well, knowing how easy it is to crash at these tracks. So I'm praying for the boys at the Fab Shop, and they can't wait for Trevor Bayne to get in that car.
Money.
I'm looking at it. It's not going to be a full season. They're already half-ass used to Riley Herbst driving their shit in the past. So he's going to wreck less than Riley Herbst did. So that's already a dub for the Fab Boys. So any way you put that, it's going to be a net win for the Fab Boys back at the shop at Joe Gibbs. So.
You got 4 races. You just got to go through 4 bad races with him. You get T-Bane for 7. He's so good at taking care of his equipment. Mm-hmm. So they're in good shape. And then whoever else fills out the rest of the schedule, will be in good shape.
Yep.
No, but in all seriousness, though, you don't know what's going to happen with this kid. Sometimes guys just got to grow up a little bit and mature. He is a younger guy, so it's not like he's, somebody who's been wrecking race cars for 15 years. It's not like he's a guy like Stenhouse, like you expect to go out. He's going to run okay. He's going to wreck some cars along the way. It is what it is. You know what you get. Guys grow up. Guys mature. I mean, we're not too far away from Noah wrecking all the time. And now, look, he's matured. He's turned into a pretty complete race car driver. And, guys grow up. I mean, that's part of it. They're young kids. It's a younger series than it's been in a long time. So, I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, guys, in the Daytona 500, it was announced that it has been completely sold out. Grandstands, camping, infield tickets, every single ticket that you can get for this race has been sold out. Awesome to see for the sport. This really kind of shoves in the face for people that say, like, oh, NASCAR's dead. So just awesome to see this race sell out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've been on the uptick here for about the last season or so. And I think this little LA Clash deal that we did and the Daytona 500 being sold out is really solidifying that. The buzz is back. NASCAR's gaining traction. They got to go out and put on a good show on Sunday, though. That's the thing. If we get another one of those where we get like rained out, rain delay, some kind of craziness, and again, it's the 500, seems to always be a good race as is, but we really need it this year. Like if we can go out, have a really good Sunday, have a good race, hopefully really translate that to that next week, gain some momentum, get the sport moving, get more eyeballs on the sport, keep moving in the right direction.
Awesome. All right, guys. And then it has been announced that Johnny Sauter is going to be running part-time for Thor Sport Motorsports. He's kind of been on the decline for the past few years.
Ever since Johnny Sauter won that championship a couple years ago, he has been just terrible.
Well, I feel like ever since he joined, he came back to Thor Sport. It's just
came back to Thor Sport. Shit. Yeah, once he won that championship with GMS a couple years ago. And oh my God, he's just been so bad. And I'm sure that the guys at Thor Sport are so happy that they only have to work with him a couple times a year, because what a pain in the ass that would have had to have been for 22 weeks a year having to work with a guy.
Asshole,
he's a dick to literally everybody. Oh my God.
Yeah. But with that news, that just means Ty Majeski is going to be running full time for Thor Sport Racing in the 66 truck. So
what another joke that is.
So we'll see how he does. Maybe he'll run a little bit better than Johnny Sauter.
What? You like
for that.
You like Ty Majeski? You think Ty Majeski's cool?
Okay, let's talk here for a second.
The truck series is going to be perfectly
Ty Majeski. No. Ty Majeski ran this.
No. Who was running?
This is a real fucking mature way to go about this, by the way, Nico Suave. But go on.
Okay. No. Yeah, floor is mine. So 2 years ago, Ty Majeski was driving for Nice Motorsports in that 45 truck, and he sucked. So that is why Trevor Bayne stepped into that truck, is because Ty Majeski sucked. Because Ty Majeski can't get good finishes.
Well, it's also Nice Motorsports. We know they're not one of the best teams. And then Ty Majeski was also in the 60 car for Roush when the 60 curse was going on. So I don't know, man. We got to see how this guy does with really good equipment. I think
I ain't buying it. I'm not buying
just watch. I think he's gonna get one win this year.
I'll just say this: when he's been in good equipment in other series, he's ran well. Look at when he runs ARCA, when he runs other series like
when he runs the late models, the guy is a
late models.
The guy is a god in the late models.
Late models is a different story here, but I'm just saying, I think that's just another wasted opportunity right there. This is another.
You're just salty because it cost Trevor is all it comes down to.
It didn't cost Trevor. No, it didn't cost Trevor.
You're salty about it comes back to Trevor somehow.
Him sucking in the 45 truck helped Trevor because that got him in that seat. And Ty Majeski didn't run shit last year, so I don't know, man. We'll see how it goes, but I'm not expecting anything out of him.
Only time can tell, boys. But let's get into our Daytona 500 weekend preview. First off, we got the duels on Thursday night. Guys, out of the 6 open cars, who do you think is going to obtain these 4 spots?
Who are the 6 open cars?
All right, so the 6 opens for qualifying into the Daytona 500. We got the 44 of Greg Biffle. We got, how do you say his name? Jaquez Villanova, right?
Jacques Villeneuve or something like that. That's what Mike Joy.
Yeah. Jacques
Villeneuve.
Okay. And we got Kaz Gralla in the 50 car for Money Team Racing, JJ Yaley in the 55.
Goodbye.
Timmy Hill in the 66.
Nope.
Wait, okay, so you said 2 are missing it? 2 miss out?
Yeah. So there are 6 open cars and there are 4 spots open.
So barring any crashes in the duels, JJ Yaley and Timmy Hill are going home. That's just how I see it.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I think how it goes, I think 2 of them get in tonight. I believe
based off
and then
the other 2 race their way in, right?
Yeah. So
I think it's going to be. I don't think Greg Biffle's going to qualify in tonight. That car was slow. I think Noah Gregson might get in. And I think
Noah was 18th yesterday with speed, so the car is fast.
Yeah, Noah's fast. He's gonna qualify, I think. But the thing with Biff though is Biff doesn't have to qualify his way in. He'll be more than experienced enough to race his way in, no doubt about it.
And I think the guys who are already locked into the Daytona 500, they don't want to tear this shit up. So I really expect the duels to be pretty tame, except for the guys near the back. So I think Greg should be able to drive his way in.
Yeah. I think they're going to be extra tame this year with the duels, especially because
I think they have to be.
Yeah, because not as many people even have backup cars if they get themselves into a situation. So I think it's going to be very ride around. Let's just log some more laps and figure the car out a little bit, and then we'll see what happens for Sunday.
You could argue that Jacques Villeneuve guy might not make it either, because what experience? He's an F1 champion. He drove IndyCar, but what experience does he have in a stock car? He's another guy who might not make it, although the speed didn't look horrible out of his car either. So, I don't know.
It's Daytona. It's funky. Every year it's weird. So,
if I really
surprise guys in.
I really have to say, though, it's probably going to be the guys at JJ Yaley, Timmy Hill are going to be the guys who they're definitely not qualifying their way in.
Yeah.
No, and I just don't see them making the moves to race their way in. I really don't.
I agree. But, even though we're saying it's probably going to be a conservative duel, sometimes that's when the weirdest stuff happens, when people are trying to be extra careful.
Yeah.
So who really knows?
All it takes is one wreck tomorrow, and that's going to go crazy.
That's what happened with Noah last year. Got taken out by Joey Gase. So, all right, guys, let's preview our races at Daytona. First off, we got the Truck Series race. We got the Next Era Energy 250-mile race. Stages 1 and 2 are 20 laps each, and the final stage is 60 laps for a total of 100 laps. Last year's winner was Ben Rhodes, also the champion of 2021. Guys, who is your pick to win the Truck Series race at Daytona on Friday night? Mikey G, who you got?
All right. My boy Ben is probably still hung over from his championship celebration, so I'm going to give him a Sunday off on this one. I'm going to go with his Thor Sport teammate, Nick's favorite truck driver, Ty Majeski, to get it done.
It's going to be so disappointing when he junks it on lap 2, but yeah, it's a good pick.
Yeah, all right, Nico.
All right, I'm picking to win the truck race on Friday night. He is going to come into this Truck Series with a bang. Never driven a truck before. He got demoted from the Cup Series last year. I'll go on Matty D to win the truck race. I will not be rooting for him as per se, but I like him and his experience with the Rackley War guys. He has success on super speedways before. Yeah, it's his first time driving a truck, so maybe the first 2 stages aren't going to go his way. But I think he's a guy who's going to contend if he can get through all the carnage and the wreckage that's going to be Friday night. Again, I ain't rooting for him personally, but I could just see Matty D getting his Truck Series career started off with his first win in NASCAR.
Okay, so that's the thing, though. It's the Truck Series at Daytona. There's going to be 415 cautions. There's going to be 12 trucks left at the end. They're going to be picking fans out of the stands to fucking drive these trucks at the end.
Oh, my God.
So the truck race at the super speedways are absolutely chaos, and I am here for it.
They're such shit shows, man. I remember when Austin Hill won the opening race of Daytona a couple years ago. There was 25 cautions, and there might have been 6 trucks who took the checkered flag. So I expect that again come Friday night.
Alrighty. So for my pick to win the race on Friday night, I got Mr. Jordan Anderson. Came 1 spot short just a few years ago to getting that win at Daytona. So I think he's going to do it again I think he's going to do it this year, get that win, and that would be phenomenal for Jordan Anderson. This guy's worked his ass off in NASCAR, has his own team, and yeah, I think that would just be phenomenal.
Yo, I'm with that pick. Jordan Anderson, the people's champion of the Truck Series. That would be so sick to see him get a dub.
Oh, absolutely.
Hell yeah, boys. All right, so we got the Xfinity Series on Saturday. It's the Beef It's What's for Dinner 300 mile
Best
race.
Name ever.
Yep. No, the best was when Cindric won the race last year, and he's just holding a giant tomahawk of a steak. That was awesome. So stages 1 and 2 are 30 laps each, and the final is 60 for a total of 120 laps. Last year's winners, we had Austin Cindric in the spring, and we had Justin Haley in the fall. Guys,
Shut up. Shut up.
Hey, he's not in it this time. So Nick, who's your pick to win the Xfinity Series race at Daytona on Saturday?
I'm going in the college roots here. I'm picking my boy DH, Daniel Hemrick. The curse is finally over. I picked him to win the championship and win at Phoenix last year, and he did just that. So that curse, I can finally lift that off my shoulders here, and I can pick him confidently. It's his first race of college, but I'm picking him because we know how college racing does these super speedway races. They always find each other, and they always put each other first. It doesn't matter really who. They don't care which one of their cars is leading or which one of their cars wins. They just want one of their cars up there. And usually when one's up there, all three of them are up there. So I expect Hemrick, Allmendinger, and Landon Castle to work with each other as much as they can on Saturday. But when it all comes down to it, I think DH, he's gonna start this year off how he finished last year, going to victory lane.
I don't know about that one, dog.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one, dog. Last year notwithstanding, we can call him Daniel did not finish Hemrick. So I think he's gonna have a rough one. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding with you.
Man.
I am gonna stay in the same camp because I do actually like your line of thinking, all jokes aside. I'm going to go with the Dinger. I mean, this dude just finds ways to get it done. He's been fast as all get out since he's been at college. No, but all jokes aside, one thing we do know about Daniel Hemrick is he is a good teammate. College racing has been an absolute force at the super speedway races since they've come into the Xfinity series. So you toss a blanket over all of college racing. I just think the Dinger is going to get it done. He's been bad fast since he's come down to this Xfinity series and ran full time. I think he's going to get it done again and start his year with a bang and solidify his chance at the championship again.
All right, boys, nice picks. I'm going to stay in the same camp as well. I'm going with the 10 car of Landon Castle. Like you said, we know how college racing is at super speedways. I think Daniel Hemrick and AJ Allmendinger are going to push their new teammate to the lead and get that win for college and finally get the 10 in victory lane.
That'd be a cool way for him to start off his college career, or just get his first career win. That would be badass.
Yeah, definitely a guy that deserves it. He's been grinding for years and years and years, and now he's finally with a real competitive team that can win him a championship. So we'll see how he fares out in the 10 car this year, boys.
Nice.
All right, and let's go cup racing. We got the Daytona 500 this Sunday. The big show, 500 miles. Stages 1 and 2 are 65 laps each, and the final is 70 for a total of 200 laps. Guys, last year's winner was Michael McDowell in the spring, winning the 500, and then we had Ryan Blaney winning it in the fall, both ending in wild wrecks. So we know Daytona 500, it puts on a wild show. There's always going to be a big fireball at the end. So guys, who is going to survive it all? I'm going to go first. I got my boy. He's going to make his way in through qualifying, and he's going to win the race. Noah Gragson in his first ever cup start. He's going to get his first ever win in that 62 car.
Ian's already drunk picking from Morgantown. That's
right.
So, all right, guys. So one thing we know when it comes to the super speedways, the Fords work really well together. Again, one of the things we know, the top Ford team right now, the preeminent Ford team has been Penske Racing. If you don't believe me, just go look back at the times and everything, and them working together in final practice yesterday. They were towards the top of the list. Ryan Blaney topping practice times. When they get together, they're fast. They run well. I'm going to go with the Ford camp. I'm going to go with the Penske camp. I'm not going to pick Ryan Blaney just off the bat. I'm going to go with his partner, next gen Joey Logano is going to get it done. Going to win the Clash, going to win the Daytona 500 and piss everybody off.
Oh, my heart. I hope. Okay. You know what? I would actually love to see Joey Logano win the Daytona 500 because Dalton's going to be in attendance for it. So I would be all for it. And if it comes down to it on the last lap and Joey turns Kyle for the 500, reaction hour is going to be great.
Is he doing all his live reactions for this one? Oh no, he's going to be.
No,
there.
he's there. So.
If that happens, I need him on this show next week.
We're having him. I actually texted him. He is coming on for the review show. So,
well, if that happens, I know you've kind of abolished it, Ian, but you just better get the bleep button ready to rock and roll. That's going to be
we're done with that.
It's going to be fun,
guys. We're big boy show now. We don't bleep anymore.
Oh shit! I like it.
Oh man! All right. So I for me. Of course, my heart says Daniel Hemrick, but he's got to work with Justin Haley all day, and I just don't like that. I think that's just going to lead to trouble.
He's got more cup wins, though.
Oh, shut the fuck up. You were just swinging today, bud. Oh, my God. Jesus.
Oh, my
Don't
God.
even get me going. I've tried to put that memory of that day behind me.
And then I bring it up.
And then you bring it out every week that we film. No. I think it's just going to come down to, again, who's got the most experience here. This is a brand new car. Don't really know what to expect. I expect this Daytona 500 to kind of be like the other ones. I really expect them to just ride around choo-choo train style for 180 laps of this race because nobody wants to be the first to tear up this car because they don't have many other ones of them. So I expect them to be, but it's a stupid idea. They're going to ride around clean for 190 laps. And then come the white flag, they're gonna tear everything up. It happens every single year. They play it clean until the last lap, and then they still wind up tearing their shit up because they just drive like idiots on the last lap. And that's something we've seen at Daytona and these super speedways over the past couple of years. It didn't used to be like this. These used to be clean races at the end, but it's the same thing. But at the end. 4-time Daytona 500 champion, won the checker flag balls. Mr. Denny Hamlin's going to take it because I just think the experience is going to get him there.
Yeah. So you just hit on a couple of things I'm really excited about for this 500 in particular, though. I do agree that I think it will be largely a boring race in a lot of ways because, people are going to be conservative. But we do got a couple other factors at play that are going to make this interesting. First and foremost, is this a new brakes package? The reason that matters at Daytona here is, when guys get runs, sometimes they'll push somebody out. That guy will drag their brakes a little bit so the group comes back or the pack comes back to them a little bit. That being said, you could see a guy drag a brake a little too much since they're not familiar with the package. And next thing you know, you've got a 30-car pileup.
Yeah.
Also comes into play big time, come into pit road. Again, these guys are used to absolutely hammering those brakes to have to get to pit road. I don't know as much about this brake package. I know it's going to be different. I don't know how much force they're going to have to put in the brakes. That's going to be a factor. The other thing we got to watch out for, bump drafting in the tandem draft is back. So that could be a whole different story altogether. So I'm really intrigued to see how that's going to go. Really intrigued to see if that makes a big difference. So, couple of storylines really to look out for there, as opposed to just the new car as well. So really, really some fun stuff we could be looking forward to. Little detail-y kind of shit in a race that might be boring otherwise.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. So, guys, going to be a wild weekend. Guys, we're going to be in Morgantown, West Virginia, visiting old Nico Suave out there. So it's going to be fun for us watching all the races out there. So hope you guys have fun watching the Daytona 500. Before we close the show, you boys got anything else to add?
Yes, I do.
Our livers. Rest in peace, our livers this weekend.
La Quinta, Morgantown. I apologize in advance for any loud noise, alcohol complaints, and any other kind of craziness that may or may not come from this weekend, allegedly.
And the back door, we're coming for you.
The boys are back in town.
The backdoor bar. Let's be clear on that.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure to check us out on Spotify, Anchor.fm, and all other podcast platforms. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Again, make sure to check out our merchandise, all designed by our good buddy Dalton Good. And that will about wrap it up for us. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I'm Ian Jortson.
I'm Mike Gamble.
And I'm Nick Kinsel.
We'll see you guys next time. Enjoy the race.